Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Here's a website for Kathy McLeland if you're interested. Feel free to freeze frame if you want that, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites for Sandra are right here, Hay House websites. There's all those. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you need them as well. There's also Hay House Radio here in the back, along with Sandra's picture. So if you're interested, there you go. All right, what do we have for Aries? What do we have for Aries? I did shuffle these. I thought I shuffled them a lot, quite frankly. Well, if that's the only ones that repeat, but that's interesting. I just did Sagittarius, which things went well for Sagittarius. Eight of Cups. What's in your best interest, yeah? Just because somebody else is doing well doesn't mean this is for you. What are we talking about? It's time to, I feel like it's time to go. I feel like it's time to go. Eight of Cups with the Healer of the Ages here. Positive energy. It's a good energy, but there's something about being loyal to what you really want to do. The Healer of the Ages to me is like self-loyalty is really important here. And not doing something you really don't want to do, not being someplace you really don't want to be. It reminds me of like sometimes I'm at events or something, or I'm hanging out with people, and things are fine, things are nice, things are fun, but I just kind of all of a sudden have this feeling like maybe it's time to go. And it's honoring that feeling like, you know, it's still good, there's nothing going on, there's nothing bad, there's nothing I want to go to, but I'm just having this feeling like maybe it's just time to go, and just leaving, and then finding out later it was a good thing to go. For whatever reason, it's time for you to go. I feel like it's time. Nothing is bad here, but I also feel like, you know, you got the Tower card and the Wheel of Fortune, and it's kind of like it does feel like a choice for you. Wheel of Fortune kind of smiles at you if you go when you're supposed to go. If you overstay your welcome, the Tower card will hit. But the thing is, it's just a feeling that it's time to go. You're going to feel like it's time for you to go. I don't see somebody asking you to leave. On the contrary, I feel like people really enjoy you around, and they feel like you're a great addition to whatever is going on here. This could be a business thing for some of you. You know if this is you or not, if you have a job and just you're kind of feeling like maybe it's time for me to try something different. I would search it out and see what you think. See what you find out there. Nobody says you have to go anywhere, but maybe it's time to just look. Maybe it's one of those things. I don't see the energy wanting you to go, but there's also the Five of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. They don't want you to go, but I'm also wondering, do they even care if you stay? Maybe that's the thing here. Something else is out there for you, though. I don't know. They don't want you to go, but I almost feel like this is one of those jobs where, yeah, you do good, you can stay, we'd like you to stay. But if it's not you, it'll be somebody else, so it doesn't matter that much. It feels like it might be one of those. Take it with a grain of salt. It's a general read, you know. Because there's like, it feels like it just doesn't have to be business, but I'm seeing a lot of business references here. The Seven of Pentacles is just kind of like, no matter if you're here or not, we keep on going. We keep doing what we're going to do. We're not going to change what we're doing. Yeah, it's like you are appreciated though. It's a weird energy. It's kind of like whether you're here or not, we're happy both ways. It feels like that. I don't know. Let me just clarify it with the dice, because I'm like, what is this Five of Swords about? Because that's to me the fruitless win card. Ten of Swords and the Empress. Okay, you do have a lot of success with you, but you'll also call things out for what they are. They like you, but they do think you're stressful on occasion, is what I'm getting. The thing is, Aries is a gift because they won't put up with ridiculousness and they'll clear things out that are not working. So Aries is a gift. I don't know. I know not everybody can appreciate it, but things don't get stagnant. Things don't just kind of lay there. If it's not working, it's going to go. We don't end up sitting here for years with something that's half broken. Aries will fix it. Aries will be like, nope, that's not right, and we're going to fix it. So if they don't appreciate it that much, I wouldn't feel bad about it, but maybe you should be somewhere where people do. Something is coming forward. But it's kind of like, I don't see something coming forward like boom right away, but they're like, if you want something better, it's time to start, considering your options and looking at your possibilities. Again, if this is a work thing, just to be fair, it doesn't mean you have to quit your job today and go running out and go find another one. I would start thinking, well, what other type of job do I want? If I look around and just look at the companies I like in the area and I just go to their websites and like look at careers, what is there? What other jobs do they have? Is there anything I fit into? Is there anything I'd like to fit into? That will start you off. I think Aries knows themselves well enough that when something really like clicks with you and you're like, I would like that, you'll do what you need to do to make it happen. Like, all you have to do is like check it out, start searching out your possibilities, and you'll find something. If you want it, you'll go for it. You don't want it, you won't go for it. I don't see the harm. I really don't. I feel like this reading is supposed to trigger that, though. Kind of like, why don't we just go take a look and see what's out there for Aries? What is that? I didn't even notice there. There's two pieces here, but there's things going on around you that are good. Somebody might have ideas for you. But these are two separate pieces. Strength card, and then the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Five of Pentacles and the Strength card. Somebody knows something. Two of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Thinking Man. There's an opportunity around here, but how do you get it? Somebody else is making changes. They're very hidden. Very hidden. It's hard to even know they're there, even though they're right out there in plain sight. Somebody has something. Somebody is like, all right, if it's, for example, if it was a business situation, it's almost like somebody has like a second job or something. It's almost like somebody has a second job. But this could be one of those things where it might be their second job, but maybe if you knew what they were doing, you could work there too, but you could turn that second job into a full-time job. It's almost like, when somebody sells insurance on the side, or they sell real estate, or like, they have a little something they do on the side, and this is something you might be able to make full-time finances through. Lucrative lubrication. What does that mean? This could be lucrative lubrication. So this could help, like, the way somebody else does something, they may have limited potential. But the way you look at something, you might be able to make this go a lot farther and do a lot more with it. It's just different people do things different ways. I almost feel like this person, whatever they're doing is stunted, but they keep it that way, and that's their business. It reminds me, like, there's a lot of business connection with this. It doesn't have to be business, but I keep getting business connections. It reminds me of certain people who they fix cars part-time. They'd have a lot of business, and people always wanted them to do it. They were like more than enough business, but they never wanted it to be a full-time thing, so they just kept it there. And then you can see other people getting involved with that and then taking it on their own, and then they want it to be a full-time thing, so they take it there. It's like that comparison here. That's one avenue they're saying, search that out. If you see somebody like doing that, and it always seems to be very like, it's only a side thing, and you're like, well, I guess they don't get enough business for that. Maybe try to start a conversation with them, see how they do things. Because it might be one of those things where they're purposely keeping it stunted, purposely, because they don't want to do it full-time. Again, they may not want to, but if you could do the same thing, you might be like, oh, the potential is there. It's just you don't want it. But if I did it, I would want it. So maybe that's something different. Keep that in mind. It's kind of like a lot of business references. I'm also getting this with like a bakery. there's this bakery I know, it's local to where I am. They're only open certain days for a certain amount of time. And I think it's like a side business, but the person who does it, they are phenomenal, but they literally do not want to do it full time. For whatever reason, they just do not. I think they could be very successful if they wanted to. That's not what they want. For whatever reason, that's their business, quite frankly. I support that. You know, you gotta do it the way you need to do it. There's this potential for victory here. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and then the victory card. All of this is popping out from this opportunity. I feel like for the right people, you're going to know what I'm talking about. There's somebody around you, or I see these comments a lot lately. I watched the video. I don't know what you're talking about. 2 days go by. I knew exactly what you were talking about. Great. So if it works out that way, great. Come back to the video. Leave me a comment afterwards, please. Because I'm seeing that, like, over the next few weeks, you might come across somebody like, oh yeah, I forgot that they did that on the side. I wish I could do that. Blah, 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 blah. Start a conversation with that person. Start a conversation with that person. Find out what's going on. I don't think it'll be a hard thing. I think it'll go very swimmingly. I feel like they're willing to tell you. They don't like it to be too big. That's just how it is. You might have the same things, and there's more than enough business out there. They're fine. They're like, oh yeah, I've run off. If you want it, I would love to have somebody to, you know, pass off some of this extra business to. It might be one of that too. Kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this occasion or that occasion, but I'd love to have somebody I could trust that I could be like, well, I can't do it, but I know somebody who can, and to pass it over your way. Keep that in mind. The opportunity might be here that you just don't realize it's right in front of your face. I feel like they're saying, first of all, just having the inkling to look, and then through your searching, you might be surprised. I feel like this could be a very fun thing for you. You know, very enjoyable. Like, you don't need to do it, but just, you know, as you're just casually starting conversations, checking this out, looking at people's websites, looking at business websites, you might find something you weren't expecting to find that is really a great opportunity for you. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.